Welcome to the Blind Android Users channel. This is your source for everything Android, tutorials and demos, all from a blindness perspective. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more content like this. Thank you for joining us again on the Blind Android Users channel. As we continue in our segment of ebook readers, we come to an ebook reader called EReader Prestigio. I have the app open on my phone and I want to show you the main UI of the app. From the very top left we have
My Prestigio button.
My Prestigio. Going right, we've got Search,
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 Settings.
Settings. Now, this settings is contextual. In other words, depending on the tab that you are on, you will be getting the settings for that tab when you tap on that settings found on the top right corner of the phone. Below all of that, starting from the left, we got 3 tabs, and these tabs are Recent, Go Right,
My Books, tab.
My
2 of
Books,
3, Store, tab.
and Store. Now the store is where you can go in and download either free books like the classics, or you could buy some books. We will start with the Recents.
Recents. Selected.
Now that I have tapped on the Recents tab, if we tap on the settings here are the items that we will find in the Recents. Now, this would assume that you have books that you are reading, and then they will show up here in the Recents. Here, I don't have any books because I haven't opened any books yet. So if I tap on the settings of the My Recent tab, which is going to bring up the contextual settings of the My Recents tab.
Settings. Audit list.
Tapping on that settings, here's what we find. We find, starting from the top,
Edit.
there's Edit,
View type. Disabled.
View type,
Covers.
Covers. When you tap on Covers, it will show your books in a grid.
List.
When you tap on List, it will show your books in a list view. Let's go back to that Edit near the top.
Edit. Books management is not possible in current collection.
When I tapped on that Edit, we are told that the management is not possible because we do not have any books in this list yet, so we can't manage that. And you heard something about collection. We will see what collections are. Let's move to My Books tab, and maybe we'll see how collections work and how that settings will change contextually.
My Books, tab. My Books. Selected. Page 2 of 3.
I tapped on the My Books, and let's see what we have. We got these items here in the My Books.
Go Read User Guide 5.4. Audit.
There's the Go Read User Guide.
Lincoln's Last Trial, the Murder Case.
Lincoln's Last Trial.
Prestigio Reader Short User Guide.
Since we're working with the EReader Prestigio, we might as well try to use this one, and we'll be coming back to it in a little bit when we try to read. Now that we're in the My Books tab, let's look at that settings and see how it has changed.
Settings.
Tapping on that settings, here's what we got.
Edit. In list. Pop-up window.
Let's edit.
View type. Disabled.
View type.
Covers.
Covers.
List.
List.
Sort. Disabled.
Sort.
By title.
By title.
By author.
By author.
By edit time.
By edit time.
Series.
Series.
By file name.
By file name. And that's what we got. So you see, because we have some items here, the settings has more compared to the other one that we had earlier. Let's go back up now to the edit and see what that does now that we are in an area that has books.
Edit.
I tapped on edit. Now that I tapped on edit, it will bring up the list of books that I have so that I can create what is called a collection. And these are shown by check marks.
Go Read User Guide 5.4. Go read user guide, checkbox, not checked.
That is not checked. If I want to add that to my collection, I'll check that.
Lincoln's last trial, the murder case that propelled him to the presidency. Lincoln's last trial.
So let's say we want to add the user guide for Go Read.
Checkbox, not checked. Checked.
And I tap on the checkbox. Now at the bottom right corner, we will find where it says Add.
Add button.
Tap.
Art list. Select collection.
Upon tapping on the Add, we are told to select a collection. Now, if you have a collection already created, then you could choose it from the list and add it to it. If we don't have a collection as of yet, then now it's time to create a collection.
Select collection.
And to create a collection, what we need to do is find where it says select a collection, and then to the right of that,
collection select dialog button, add collection button.
We tap here to add or create a collection.
Create new collection. Input here. Edit box.
We are now being asked to provide the name of the collection that we want. So I will tap on the edit field and give it a name.
Showing English, US, QWERTY.
Let's just call it Oldies or something crazy like that.
Voice input.
Oldies.
Okay. Keyboard hidden. Select collection. Collection select dialog button, add collection button.
So now I've created a collection called Oldies. And now I'm going to select that as the collection that I wanted to add the Go Read user guide to.
All this.
Tab here.
EReader Prestigio.
And it is done. And now I need to find and tap on the done near the top left corner of the phone.
Done. My Prestigio.
We are done. Now let's go to where it says My Prestigio. So think of that as a navigation drawer.
My Prestigio button.
Tap.
Menu.
Tapping here, we hear it brings up the menu.
Please authorize or add account. You're not authorized.
Here, what it means is that I could tap here and create an account or login. What that does is that it will save your books and sync your reading positions and things like that. I haven't done any of that. So let's go down.
Favorites.
We've got favorites.
Catalog.
Catalog.
Cloud storage.
Cloud storage.
Files.
Files. You tap here, you will be browsing your system for files.
Scan device.
Or scan device.
Text to speech.
Text to speech. We're coming back to it because this is important.
Encourage us.
Encourage us. When you tap here, you can go in here and make donations and things like that. And it starts from like 99 cents, $4.99, $10. So you got things like buy me a coffee or buy me a burger or buy me dinner or things like that.
Themes.
Themes you can change to either light, dark, or whatever.
Settings.
Settings will be coming to settings.
Collections.
Collections. Let's keep going.
My books, 2.
So it says my books, 2. Let's
Showing
see.
items.
Here we'll find my oldest. Or my oldest.
Behind under. Moon Redder. All this. 1.
There you go. That's the collection that I just created. If I tap here, it will show the book that I added to that collection, which in this case will be the Go Read user guide. But let's not go into that yet. Let's go to the settings.
Cloud store file scan text to incur themes settings. EReader Prestigio. My Prestigio button.
When we tap on that settings, here's what we got.
Books folder /store.
The books folder.
Send message to developers. Synchronize via Wi-Fi only. 3 of 10. Checkbox not checked. High quality images via Wi-Fi only. 4 of 10. Checkbox checked. Open last book on application start. 5 of 10. Checkbox not checked. Show float button and rec and call. 6 of 10. Checkbox checked. Synchronize. 7 of 10. Backup data, 8 of 10. Remove ads, 9 of 10.
When you tap on the Remove Ads, you are taken to the Play Store where you can buy the paid version, and that would be $4.99. Now, an item that I wanted us to look at is the text-to-speech selection. So let's go back to My Prestigio.
My Prestigio. Menu.
And now let's go down to text-to-speech.
File, scan text-to-speech. We suggest you to use Ravenna text-to-speech as one of the best TTS engine. You have free 3 days trial period. Please subscribe to get this amazing engine or select another TTS. We suggest you to use Ravenna text-to-speach.
Here we have some of the WaveNet voices, and they are paid or based on subscription. These range from like $1.99 to $7 a month, depending on the one you choose. Here are the samples. These are followed by the name of the engine.
TTS item play button.
So in other words, if I tap here, it's going to play that engine. And if I want to know what engine that is,
Ravenna text-to-speech.
so it tells me WaveNet text-to-speech.
$6.49/mo.
And there's the
radio button, not selected.
I could select that.
Uses deep learning neural network algorithms to synthesize text-to-speech. Start trial.
Or I could start the trial. But let's hear what the voices sound like.
Ravenna text-to-TTS item play button. Message.
This is a test sample. Listen to appreciate the text-to-speech engine.
Okay, let's go to the next one.
Cloud text-to-speech.
That's the next one. It's the cloud text-to-speech.
TTS item play button.
This is a test sample. Listen to appreciate the text-to-speech engine.
And that one is the one
Cloud
that is
$1.99/mo.
$1.99. And then below that is a radio button to choose that if you want to subscribe to it for $1.99 a month. Or
Radio button.
do a trial.
Start trial.
And you could start the trial.
Other installed engines.
Now we come across other install engines, which means you could choose TTS engines that you have installed on your system. And in my case, I got several of those. So let's go, for example, go choose something like, let's see what we got.
TTS item play.
I got the Google one. Here's what the Google text-to-speech would sound like.
This is a test sample. Listen to appreciate the text-to-speech engine.
I'm going to scroll up. Let's go choose something like the Vocalizer TTS engine.
Elizabeth, English gigabytes. Bruce, English. Amanda, English flight TTS engine. Vocalizer TTS.
All right. So here's my Vocalizer.
Radio button. TTS item play button.
This is a test sample. Listen to appreciate the text-to-speech engine.
So now I'm going to go down and find the radio button and select it for the Vocalizer TTS engine and make that my default.
Radio button, not selected.
All right, so I selected that. Now I'm going to go back. Now that we have selected a voice, let's go try out reading something. And in this case, I'm going to be using their own user guide because there's a user guide for my Prestigio reader, EReader.
Prestigio Reader Short User Guide.
I tap there.
Prestigio.
When you tap anywhere in the middle of the screen, then it'll pop up toolbars near the top and some at the bottom. Among those that pop up near the top, you'll find where it says Start TTS or Start Speak. Let's try that.
Start Speak.
Prestigio EReader Short User Guide. Short Introduction. The Prestigio EReader offers more than 1,000,000 books, including tens of thousands of free ones, such as the School Literature Program, in 25
I'm going to turn down the volume.
Are you worried that you will not have enough space on your favorite gadget? We have added an ultra-modern cloud synchronization.
I just turned down the volume of that TTS that we selected, which is the Vocalizer TTS. Now, the good thing is that when I shut off my screen, it still reads. And that's the good part about this. There are some things here
EReader
that I want us to talk about, and that will be that at the bottom of the screen, we have controls for both the TTS engine, the stop or pause and go to next, and things like that. Let's look at the TTS settings first, starting from the bottom left.
TTS Settings. Previous fragment.
Previous,
Button. Previous fragment. Button. Play pause. Button.
play pause,
Next fragment. Button.
next fragment,
Next fragment. Close TTS. Button.
or close the TTS. Now let's tap on the TTS settings because we got some important things here in the TTS settings.
TTS Settings. Button.
When we tap on TTS settings, here's what we've got.
Rate.
We've got rate,
Rate. Slider. 33%.
moving forward,
Pitch. Pitch. Slider. 50%.
moving forward.
Languages.
Then we have languages,
Voices.
voices,
Engines.
engines,
Switch off timer.
switch off timer. Here, if you want to go to bed or you want to go to sleep or something like that, you can tap here and choose how long you would like it to read for before it times out. And along that sleep timer, there's also a little warning that will come up to let you know it's almost done, like in a minute. So let's take a look.
Switch off timer.
Let's tap here.
Switch off after 10 min.
So the switch off after 10 minutes. You can choose, hey, I want to read for 10 minutes and then switch it in 10 minutes. Or you can choose the time that you want it to turn off after it has reached that time that you have chosen. Next, we have that sound.
Sound. Classic.
So this will be the warning that it will play when it's like a minute before it stops. Let's tap here.
Sound. No sound. In Liz. Classic. Wood. No sound.
Let's try wood.
Wood. Check. Checked.
That's wood.
Classic.
Here's classic.
Checked.
Next,
Drums.
drums.
Checked.
Those are the three sounds. And in other words, when you choose one of these, when it has 1 minute for the timer to go off or the sleep timer to go off, it will play that sound. So I think I like the classic.
Classic. Checked.
Ah, isn't that beautiful? Like a Dampanier somewhere in France, that kind of thing. And so now we need to tap on the OK button found near the bottom of the screen.
OK. Button. EReader Prestigio. Sound. Classic.
All right. Now that is how you go about managing this e-reader. You can go to the store tab that we talked about earlier, and you can find a bunch of classics. You don't have to buy those. Those are free. And you can also find paid books on there as well. That would be a little demonstration of the EReader Prestigio. Thanks for watching us, and be sure to subscribe to our channel for more content like this. Thanks for listening to another clip from the Blind Android Users channel. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you're notified of every new material that we upload. Thanks again for listening to the Blind Android Users channel.